So we had to let the authorities know in the University of Utah, and their attitude was that this has to be released
What do you mean?
to the public. There has to be a press conference.
Why? What was their initial intention for that? Has to be. That's pretty strong.
It was the patents,
Patents.
which I thought it was a hopeless situation. I mean, you think that you never get a patent. It's like trying to patent fire.
And the way it works is that if you announce it, then that establishes a claim. Priority. It establishes
The claim for priority.
the claim for it.
It was driven by the wish to establish a priority position.
How soon after you contacted the administration at the University of Utah, how soon after you apprised them of this, did they say that it had to be released? Was that immediate?
Oh, it's happened immediately.
Immediately.
And Stan Pons and I were not at all keen on this.
This was this around February of '89?
I'd say it's probably about till February '89.
Okay. All right.
January, February '89. I think some of this happened before Christmas '89.
Okay.
'88.
Right. Right. So Stan and you were not too keen on it.
Not at all keen.
Tell me more about that. What kind of things did you? How did you express your lack of appreciation for this idea to the university?
It's all in the distant past. We said, well, we'll only have a press conference providing we have a paper accepted for publication.
Now that must have been a battle because they wanted to. They wanted to establish the claim for the patent. That must have been a pretty strong push for them, and you guys were.
I understand it.
I guess it's reasonable.
I understand their position.
Did they understand your position?
No, I don't think so. Well, they say people said they did, but I don't think they did really. They took a very plausible. Adopted a very plausible position that if this is true, then there has to be a patent. If there is a patent, there has to be a prior claim. The prior claim requires a press conference. We took it backwards. We said, well, okay, we'll write the patents. We'll write the paper. We'll see whether the paper is accepted for publication. So in February '88, we wrote all this stuff, these papers down. And we had two papers, one of which was submitted to Nature, and the other one was submitted to a Journal of Electroanalytical Chemistry. And I said that if a paper to Nature is accepted, we will pull the paper submitted in the Journal of Electroanalytical Chemistry.
Okay.
Now, in fact, the paper to Nature was rejected, and Nature adopted its usual stance when confronted with really new information. It's impossible.
It's impossible. Is that? Boy, that sounds like a pretty closed-minded. Is that literally what they said? They didn't say.
More, I think I'd have to go back through the files, but I think that is more or less what they said.
Now, did the university understand that if you did a press conference without going through the normal procedures of scientific publication?
But we had. I said we'll not have a press conference unless we have a paper accepted for publication. And we had the paper accepted for publication, so we were happy to go ahead with the press conference. Not happy, but we were prepared to go ahead with the press conference.
Was that something that they were concerned about? Did they express any concern?
No, well...
And interest in having it published?
Post facto, yes, but at the time, no. So I went home.
to England?
I said I had enough of this. It's going to be impossible. I go home. I was right, of course. The spring of '89, in the paper, incidentally, which was published, we never saw the proofs. It was published 1 month early. We never saw the proofs. If we'd seen the proofs, I would have deleted some of it.
Do you want to take a break?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Now, I understand from some conversations we've had previously that you actually went to some great lengths to try to prevent this route of...
Yes. Tried to persuade Steve Jones not to hold off until September 1990.
And what about the University of Utah? And there were some efforts that you made to try to prevent them from proceeding?
No, but I said, if you want to go ahead, this is what we have to do. We want to go ahead. If we don't have a paper accepted for publication, we will not go ahead with the press conference.
I remember something about wanting to get Margaret Thatcher to...
Oh yeah, that too. I was trying to get hold of Sir George Porter, Lord Porter, who was then the president of the Royal Society. He was a friend of Mrs. Thatcher's. And to get him to tell her about it and to ask her to ask President Bush to stop the whole thing. That's true.
How close to the press?
I couldn't get hold of him. It failed.
Lord Porter, you couldn't get a hold of him?
I got hold of him. He was in a telephone kiosk in Kent somewhere. But I couldn't get hold of him.
How close to the press conference was this?
This was the day before.
Day before.
Just still in time to do it.
So even though, now the day before you had been,
As far as the university was concerned, I was going along with it. But behind their backs, of course, I was trying to stop it.
Why?
Well, I knew what would happen if we went ahead with it. It wasn't very difficult to see what would happen. And that is exactly what happened. What we predicted would happen did happen.
Did you know that when you approached them and had to inform them of your work? Did you know that it would turn out this way, that there would be a press conference?
Well, no.
It would.
No. This situation emerged, but we knew it would lead to unpleasantness.
Was that within the prior week that you knew that?
No, all the way along. Since the fall of '88, we knew there would be unpleasantness. So, I mean, we didn't want the press conference. And we thought the whole thing was premature. We were quite confident about our results, but we had to really complete our study. Realistically, if you think about it, you can't actually, we would not have been able to get that much further, because the physics community does not understand modern quantum electrodynamics. They say they do, but they don't. The bulk of the physics community does not understand quantum electrodynamics.
Let me ask you one more question about that last week when you were working behind their backs to try to stop the press conference. I'm going to ask you a rather direct question. Did they at any point, threaten you with your jobs if you would not cooperate?
No. You can't do that.
Okay.
You have to go through very complicated, and I think that many of the people were very much in favor of it.
Okay.